Watch this video if you want to learn how to learn grammar intuitively without doing all those grammar exercises and reading grammar books in English. Coming up. Hey friends, Teacher Prix here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Hey, thank you so much for joining me on another video. And if it's your first time here, please consider subscribing. Every week I post different kinds of videos to help you become a better English speaker. Yeah, it's another day, another lesson. And today I want to talk about something that I believe is very important. How can you learn grammar more intuitively, not necessarily doing grammar exercises or reading grammar rules? First, is that even possible, Teacher Prix? Yes, it is possible. And I'm going to be showing you some really nice strategies that are very simple to apply so that you can start learning grammar more intuitively without having to read a lot of rules and books and spending too much time on grammar lessons, okay? Now, the first thing you need to understand is the power of passive learning. If you watch my videos, if you follow me on my channel, by the way, consider subscribing. I noticed that many people who watch my lessons are not subscribers. So hey, come on, join me on this beautiful community of English learners. Now, I have talked about this in many videos of mine, that there is a big difference between active and passive learning, and if you only do passive learning, you're not necessarily improving your English. However, there are moments when you can strategically use passive learning so that you can improve your English, and that's what I want to talk about. You can learn grammar passively without having to sit down and watch 1-hour videos or without having to do many English exercises, okay? You just need to understand when you do passive exercises. So for me, a powerful combination is passive and active learning. If you learn how to combine them, you can improve your English, you can improve your grammar, you can improve your English speaking without having to spend too much time doing grammar exercises, okay? Excellent. Now that I showed you that it's possible to learn grammar more passively, I want to talk about this powerful combo: books, videos, and podcasts. These three guys together can help you learn grammar intuitively, okay? When I say books, I'm not talking about books that teach English, okay? I'm talking about books in English, any subject, but they are not teaching English, okay? When I talk about videos, I'm not talking about videos teaching English, teaching grammar, teaching vocabulary. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about videos in English. And when I talk about podcasts, same thing. I'm talking about podcasts in English, but they are not teaching you English, okay? Let's focus on each one individually. Now, as I said, they are not books teaching English, they are in English. And what is going to happen? It's kind of a magical process. When you read books in English, even if they are short stories, you will be feeding your brain with phrases in English, with real grammar in English. That way, you will be feeding your brain with correct grammar in practice. Because when you study books in English, when you study English grammar books, they are just giving you examples and explanations, but they don't always give you a real situation, a real context. When you read a book in English, you are looking at a real scenario, at a real story, at something that's happening. It's easier for your brain to visualize the story or the message. Consequently, at that moment, it's easier for your brain to understand those phrases and intuitively learn what is grammar, correct constructions of phrases, okay? It's interesting because I have some advanced students that sometimes ask me this question. Teacher Prix, I sometimes speak things, but I don't know where I learned them. I just know that they are okay. I imagine, I feel that they are correct. This sensation, this feeling that your phrase is correct is actually intuitive learning. Okay, you saw it somewhere. Your brain is a powerful machine. It remembers more than you can imagine. So, by having constant contact with grammar passively, you will improve your English and speak more correctly. So if you're enjoying this video, how about hitting the like button? That way I know you like this kind of lesson. Now here, the same thing will happen to videos. When you watch videos, when I say videos, I'm talking about movies, talk shows, TV series, you name it, as long as it's a video, my friend. And why is that? Videos also provide you with correct grammar in action, okay, my friends? You will have an opportunity to see, to listen, to connect with the speaker, and this speaker is sharing his experiences, is sharing his stories in English with correct grammar in the real world. That's a much better way for you to study grammar intuitively and learn it passively, okay? And finally, the podcast. Why am I talking about the three options? We have different kinds of learners. Some people prefer to listen only, okay? Some people like to see people and see interviews, see the speakers. Other people prefer to listen. They don't need to see people, they just need to listen to sounds. So the benefits will be the same for both podcasts and videos, all right? It's just a different kind of activity. Some people prefer to just listen, other people prefer to see images, to see people talking. It's very important for them. But in both exercises, you will be practicing grammar without realizing it. Now, how can you make this exercise even more effective, even more powerful? You can combine passive learning with active learning. And how do you do that? If on a certain week you are studying simple past and you are reviewing simple past or future, let's say future, I always talk about simple past. So let's say you are reviewing simple future, you are studying about future, about plans, about goals, and you want to connect this with something that is more passive. You can try to find videos or books or articles. It doesn't have to be books. It has to be written material. So it can be an article from your favorite blogger or your favorite writer, okay? It doesn't have to be a very long piece of text, okay? It doesn't have to be. You are going to focus on finding subjects that are connected to your active learning. So if you're studying simple future, try to find materials, videos, podcasts, or videos that talk about future events. So maybe you can find your favorite YouTuber talking about his plans for the future. Maybe you can find interviews where there are moments when they talk about their next plans, their next movies and future plans. And on those moments, you can focus on what you listen, on what you read, on what you see. And that way you can get some phrases, okay? Using the lessons you are studying when you're doing active learning, when you're studying simple future, watching videos, doing exercises, reading the rules. Maybe you don't need to necessarily find a video that talks about future, but try to identify future phrases, okay? That will help you build your grammar more intuitively. You will speak more correctly when you have more contact with real correct grammar. And books do not offer you that. Many English learners get frustrated because they have bad grammar because they're always doing the same kind of exercise. Grammar exercises, grammar lessons, and I do agree they are important to a certain extent. You have to do other kinds of activities that will help you implement that grammar, and getting in touch with people, videos, lessons, materials that show you real grammar in context will help your brain assimilate it more easily, more intuitively, more naturally. There you have it, my friends. Now I have a question for you. What grammar questions do you have so that I can make videos about grammar that you want to learn more about or that you have questions? So I would love to know what kind of grammar questions you have, and then I can make videos to answer your grammar questions. If you liked this lesson, please share it with your friends and also let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!